Church, I've been having an idea rattling around my brain that I want to get on film and I want to share with you guys. And that idea is more of a question. That is, what is the point of the church? You see, there's a difference between being in church and being God's church. And that difference comes down to perspective. You see, because as a society, we seem to think that church is for us. That church is to meet my needs, that I should be fed, that I should be learning, that I should be happy in church. And if I'm not, well, then I get upset and I say, well, church, you've let me down. We get mad because the music is too loud, or it's not loud enough, or it's the wrong kind. We get mad because there's no Sunday school, or because there's too many classes. We get upset because we can't find a place to plug in. We get upset because nobody shook my hand today, because the pastor didn't say hello, or because somebody's in my seat. We get mad because there's not enough volunteers to do all the work that needs to be done. We get mad because we can't find folks that want to come help. You see, guys, those are all motivated from an idea that church is for us. And scripturally, that's wrong. In fact, that's more than wrong. That's heretical. The church was never for us. It was never for me. It was never for you. The church is for God. God started the church to fulfill his plan to save the world. He is the original superhero. And the cool part is we get to be superhero sidekicks because he wants us to engage with his plan with the church. He wants to use the church. That's what the church is for, to fulfill God's plan to save the world. So a question to ask yourself today is, am I engaged in God's plan to save the world with this church body? If the answer is yes, cool. Keep at it. Fantastic. That's what God made you to do. That's what God gifted you to do. Keep doing it because that's where God wants you to be. If the answer is no, I've got to ask you, why not? What's holding you back? What is more important in this world than God's plan to save the world? You might say, I'm too busy, or I can't meet the needs, or there's not enough places for me to serve. You're wrong. And I can prove it to you if you go talk to somebody at guest services today at the back of the worship center, or if you go read the FBC Classifieds board, also at the back of the sanctuary, or talk to anybody who's on stage today who's either speaking, singing, or playing, and I guarantee we can hook you up. There's a place that God needs you to serve. There's a place that God gifted you uniquely to come serve. And if you don't serve, if we don't serve, we cease to be the church. And we're just a country club full of people who want to arrive at death safely. What a horrible way to live a life. That's not what God has for you. God has his best plan for you, and his best plan involves you being involved in this church to be serving and to save the world. Don't pass up on the chance to save the world and be a superhero. It's fun.